So there's so many different types of channeling, and channeling essentially is like bringing through an energy. It's an embodiment of an energy that can manifest different abilities or physical traits or different like energies, personalities, embodiments. You can embody an energy and change, kind of like shape shifting in a way, where you express or bring through a message that is specific to the particular energy that you are embodying. Did that kind of
100.
make sense?
Oh yeah, 100%. Perfect sense, and it's like I love what you shared there, because channeling, just to complement what you said, every single person has experienced channeling in one form or another. It's not always just channeling angels and spirit guides. One of the most simplistic examples that I love to give is, that time almost everyone has had the experience where, let's say, you're giving advice to someone who you care about, and it just feels like you're so tuned into the person and there's this effortless flow of wisdom running through you that you're just as blown away by as the other person, and you're just like, damn, yeah, that was good, right?
Yeah.
That's channeling. That's channeling your higher wisdom, your higher self, whatever labels you want to put on it. That's a
Mhm.
channeling state, where you could also bring it into another field where the musical artist who will all of a sudden just be cooking, and all of a sudden she just gets this hit that, oh my God, I need to write a song. And
Mhm.
because she feels the channel opening up, or he, and they just need to sit down and they just let it happen. So it's really this effortless flow of wisdom, of
Mhm.
creativity that's wanting to flow through you in all
Mhm.
these different forms, whether it's through writing, whether you're in the zone playing basketball and you're in that channeling state, or whether you're channeling spiritual beings.
Yep. Yep. Perfectly explained. Perfectly explained. And yeah, even as you touched on, it's not that whenever we are doing an act, we are channeling. There's a specific state. It's actually a frequency that your brain even shifts into. Your chemistry actually alters inside of your body when you do tap into and align into that channel. And it's kind of like an energy that isn't out, it's kind of like outside of yourself, but it's really always within yourself as well. But it's like a spark that's outside of yourself that kind of comes through, feels new, shifts your chemistry, and ignites something within you that then allows you to embody or manifest physically something in that way.
Exactly, 100%, and just to give people some more practicality over here, one of the most, because channeling is really all about getting out of your own way. That, that's why it's when you're washing the dishes, let's say, all of a sudden you're out of your own way because you're focused on something mundane. That's why all of a sudden the song or whatever will come through.
Yeah.
So one of the simplest ways that you can use to get into the channeling state is by three magic words, which are I don't know. I call it
Mhm.
I call it the I don't know state. Because there's so much magic in the I don't know state. So many people have been conditioned to feel like they have to know the answer, or
Right.
or they have to be able to help. But I'm sure it's I would imagine it's the same for you. But like when someone comes to me for a session, my embodiment is I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't know anything. It's really a clueless
Awesome.
state.
Yeah.
It's a
It like
clueless state so I can get clues.
Yep, it has to be. Yeah, I find that that is necessary so that we allow the ego to release its identity. And that is actually so important to channel, especially if you are like bringing through messages or something for someone. It's important to not have your human aspects or perspectives or experiences or woundings or triggers attached to any type of like information you're trying to bring through, because then you won't be able to channel necessarily. So it's important to get out of your own way,
Yes.
exactly as you say, and to allow your own personal human identification to kind of step aside so that you can just essentially, as we've talked about before, when I begin channeling, what I do, my prep is closing, being, and clear the slate.
Mm.
I completely just clear the slate and let there be nothing. And it's essentially just like a luminous white light. It's like just luminous. That's all that it is. And I
Mm.
completely just clear it and I'm just here. And then whatever is the like supposed to come through or I'm supposed to say, or a tool or a like a something that's leading me somewhere, it'll just appear.
Yes.
Appear. It'll just appear, and it'll appear in different ways, always depending on different messages and different themes and different energies and who it's coming from. It'll appear in different ways, but essentially the formula is to get out of your own way and to clear the slate and to allow what is beyond you, beyond this space, to come through.
Yes. And I feel like it's also helpful, like, one of the ways that I get into the state, I love how we complement each other with this, because you go in, you do your, you do your clearing. That's, I have my own version of that as well. For me personally, what I really do a lot of is I shift into a very playful state. I shift, so if I'm in any type of seriousness or rigidity, I shift into a very playful, lighthearted state, because the vibration of spirit, the vibration of flow is a very high vibration. So if you're in a vibration of seriousness or rigidity, then you're not really in resonance with that state. So as you go towards excitement and playfulness and that I don't know state, now you're in the harmony of it, because channeling is really your most natural state. Right? There's a great quote in the Sophia Code that always stuck with me that said, your mind is designed to be an empty space for your heart's visions, for your heart's intuition. Right? Your mind is designed to be an empty space for your heart's visions. It's so beautifully said. And that's really what it feels like when you're in playful states, joyful states, your mind is empty. So you're very naturally in a channeling state. It's just a question of what you're choosing to attune to with your intentions.
Yeah, I find that also that's just, it's so beautiful. It's connecting so many things because not only does it feel so good in the mind, I'm sure you'll notice, like when you are channeling, when you are in that frequency of just like freedom and bringing energy through you, it feels so good. It feels like so harmonious. It feels, it's like, oh, this is how I'm meant to be feeling. Like, this is how I should be feeling. Like, this is how I get to feel. And not only that, you can feel it in your body. Your brain chemistry will affect your body chemistry as well. So you observe yourself relaxing and just feeling more at ease. And that's how people are able to bring through certain energies that they channel physically, where they're better at dancing, or perhaps they bring through this style of dance that they've never had before. And that's also why when people are channeling, you'll observe their body chemistry also changes when they tap into certain states and do certain things as well. And it's because of the full embodiment. And just, I love that, because that is, as you say, our natural state. Channeling is our natural state.
Yes.
And so when I hear that, my being goes, okay, so what is the state beyond channeling? Is it unconsciousness? Is it consciousness? Is there channeling? So like, what is the other states? And it's that we're always channeling different energies. We're always embodying. We are meant to adapt and embody based on each moment, based on what the situation is presenting to us. So it makes sense for us to channel energies and to be able to shapeshift and embody different things, because truly strength is adaptability. Longevity is in adaptability. Longevity is in adaptability. So when we channel, essentially, we get out of our own way, we release rigid structure and confinement and limitation, and instead become free, joyful, blissful. It's like a full being upgrade altogether. It's like not just beneficial for the soul or the heart or the mind, these spiritual things. It's like, no, everything is positively affected when you allow yourself to tap into the source within you and allow your heart to speak through your mind and through your body and through all that you experience.
Yes, so well said. And to in the interest of giving people somewhat of an experience over here, the analogy I love to give sometimes is because, so essentially what we're doing when we're channeling is we're just becoming very sensitive to the frequencies that are hitting our being, our field, and we're giving them language. We're speaking them out loud. And so to give an analogy, one of the best analogies I love to give is, imagine if you're in a swimming pool. And if you're in a swimming pool, but you're just splashing around in the pool, and you're just hyper and you're splashing, then you're not going to feel the very subtle currents that are hitting your body,
Massage.
right? But if you take a second to get still inside yourself and feel your true vibration, then the waters are going to calm, and then you're just going to become more aware of the frequencies that are already present hitting your being. And that's what allows you to become a more clear channel, because you can feel the more subtle frequencies. So if people want to experience, let's say right now, more of that stillness in the water, what I would suggest as a practice, if we want to do something really quick over here, is to just take a minute with eyes open or eyes closed, it doesn't matter, and to just have the intention to connect to your true vibration, which can be as simple as intentionally breathing up and down your spine, or breathing at 12 o'clock straight up and down you. And just keep breathing, so that as you breathe up and down your midline, you'll start to feel yourself become more vibrational, more harmonic, more in tune with your true vibration. So that the more you become in tune with your own true vibration, the more easy it will be for you to pick up on and sense other vibrations, the other currents within the water. Now, this is just a very basic practice, a foundational element. We can expand from there, but this is just to give you guys a tool to get into that vibrational resonance with your own true vibration, which is the most important part, in my opinion, in channeling, is feeling yourself so that you can be aware of those other energies.
Yes. And yeah, really everything.
Yes.
In if you are like truly authentically you, then you are honoring your purpose and mission here on earth, and thus the universe will do all that it can to support you in continuing to do so.
Yes.
So, yeah. Thank you for tapping in, and thank you for being. Divine blessings, and so